Hello friends, how's everybody doing? As much as I love the whole Blu Ray and 4K UHD Blu Ray revolution that us physical movie junkies love nowadays, Blu Ray was a big step up from DVD, and 4K UHD just gives it that little extra edge. And as I've said before, I don't feel every film needs to come out on 4K UHD disc, but that's another video. But I love the quality. I love on the 4K disc the Dolby Atmos sound, which you could also get on a Blu-ray. But still, something seems to be missing, and I've tried to figure out what that actually is. Now, back in the day, in the 90s, when you walked into a Tower Records or a Suncoast Video, even though I couldn't afford the Laserdiscs and I didn't have a Laserdisc player, I was buying the VHS tapes. And in the mid-90s, certain studios started to issue their widescreen collection, so finally studios started to embrace letterboxing movies on VHS. Basically, they took the Laserdisc transfer and transferred it to tape. But when you took a look at a Laserdisc, and for somebody like me who wasn't in the club yet, it was an event. You looked at the packaging, the 12 inches, the album cover sized art, and even though you can only fit an hour on each side of the disc, so sometimes you'd have 4 or 5 12-inch discs, and you would have to flip them over, then put the next one in and flip them over. Everybody would talk about the quality of Laserdiscs. But you got these great boxes, this great artwork. You'd have gatefold sleeves on some of them. And when DVD first came out, I finally got my first DVD player in the fall of 2000. And I felt like I was in the club finally. I was in the club. I was getting these great transfers. I was getting beautiful artwork that was coming with them. It was almost an extension of the Laserdisc. I was excited. When Blu-ray came out, and now 4K UHD Blu-ray, something was missing. I was getting the great picture quality. I was getting all the bells and whistles, bonus features, etc. But something was missing. And I figured it out, in my view, what it is. Take a look at the Pioneer Special Edition Laserdisc of Oliver Stone's The Doors. And I've showed this before. I mean, look at this. And then you pull this thing out. You pull this out. You got this deal right here. A booklet in here. You know, I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. Now, The Doors was reissued last year on 4K UHD disc. New 4K transfer supervised by Oliver Stone with a new Dolby Atmos track called The Final Cut. Here's your disc. Compare this with this lenticular cover to this. Here you go. Transfer's good. Even when this first came out on DVD, you had a booklet inside of it with the notes that were in here. I didn't even get a slipcover. One of the things about Laserdisc and DVD when I first started collecting was eventually you get these great packages, even in DVD, that would have booklets and notes from the director. I remember buying Baz Luhrmann's Moulin Rouge, and it was kind of the cover was sort of a gatefold, it folded out, and there was a nice booklet with a signature of Baz Luhrmann talking about how he personally picked out all of the content for the discs. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Here's the DVD of Fight Club. This is a THX certified DVD. You got this thing here. Opens up. Oops. The disc slipped. Let me put that back in there. And you got a booklet in here. That's nice. They are making this an event. Now here's your Blu-ray. Now granted, David Fincher, when it's come to Blu-ray, has had very good cover art. But here's the Blu-ray for Fight Club. I've seen it sold too without the slipcover, just like this. This does have this deal right here, but there's no booklet. He did have fun with the menu, though. Check out this one. Master and Commander, one of my favorite films of 2003. It came out on DVD in 2004. And at the time, summer 2004, and at the time it was one of the discs to test your system out with. I mean, all of the surround channels were working on the DVD. Everything had activity everywhere. Here's your deal. remember buying this at Tower Records at Desert Ridge Mall in Scottsdale, Arizona. Got this deal right here. It flaps out. You got this booklet right here. And you got this deal right here. Another booklet about the making of the movie. It's almost like the old roadshow programs that you would get for the big epic films. Here's your Blu Ray. Nothing. Yippee! The picture quality is better, but something about that one just screamed event. You want to own this. Now, in our Blu Ray 4K UHD world that we live in now for physical movies, there are some that actually have this event-like quality. For example, the new Jaws that just came out on 4K disc. You get this deal right here. Eventually this is going to go away and you're just going to get this deal. And you got a nice booklet that came with it too. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This lifted up from the top here. You got your deal right here with the slipcover and the disc. You have a booklet in the back. Also, Apocalypse Now came out on 4K disc last year. You got this deal right here. So sometimes they do go and make an effort. But that's an issue that I have in the new Blu Ray 4K UHD world that we live in. The discs that come out don't scream event anymore. And with the industry talking about how physical media for movies is on the decline, it's not on a big decline. It's on a decline, but it's not on a big decline. And I did a video a long time ago. My theory is buying movies was always a niche market to begin with. People bought VHS tapes, which was a niche market. Laserdisc was a niche of a niche. But primarily people were going to Blockbuster to rent their movies. And the only time they bought is when they were priced used. But with the decline of Blu-ray, with the slight decline that they keep saying it's dying, it's dying, it's dying, maybe we need to give people more value for their money again. Maybe we need to be upping the ante with the Blu-ray and the 4K UHD Blu-ray packaging. Maybe we need to be screaming event with these things again. I mean, true, this has better picture quality. This has a better picture quality. It's high def as opposed to DVD. But what looks more sexy? This thing with a booklet or this? This or this? Picture quality is great on there. I would love to have this inside here, which I may do. And what are some of your thoughts? I'd like to hear from you as well. Please leave me a comment below, keep them professional, and I look forward to reading some of your comments and responding when I can. And I'll talk to you soon.